Hey guys, I'm back. It's so weird because I'm literally doing multiple videos, you know, because I'm off, you know, I'm able to this right now. I'm on vacation. So you guys remember the camper that I got and I started demoing it? Well, that's what's left of it. Check that out, huh? This is gonna become a really handy little trailer for us. But as I was demoing it, well, I found something. A gearbox. So just like the gears on that box, the gears up here started just a rolling, and I started thinking about my problem that I have with the barn. So check this out. Here's the problem that I ran into. I need to frame the upper, the upper rails here. Well, I'm not Superman. These logs are pretty heavy, and I can get them up there. I just can't seem to hold them up there. So I got to thinking, why don't I build a log hoist? Captain's log, stardate 329496. I've just encountered another problem. I need 3 logs that are a lot bigger than these. I'm gonna have to travel back in time and find those logs and bring them back to the future with me. Those 3 trees are more than tall enough, and they are big enough. The only problem we might have is mounting the crank to the bottom of one, but I think I got a plan for that. So next step is figuring out how to get this off without ruining it. And then the mounting brackets, I want to keep those intact. Let's see if you can see them. Yeah, right here, mounting brackets. I want to keep those intact. I want to see if I can reuse those. I want to mount those to 2x4s that are mounted to one of the logs. Almost got it. Okay, let me show you what we figured out here. Alright, so the reason that was so tough was because it had a nut on it. The other ones didn't, so that was kind of odd for that one to have a nut through it. We got 2 salvageable wood screws here, and I found 2 yesterday, so we should be able to mount it. So I'm going to take the angle grinder and cut that off, and then we're going to see if we can't mount this to one of those logs. Can you guys see this log? Check this thing out. I'm going to pick it up and show you the scale. So, remember earlier when I said it had to be a couple feet taller? This'll do it. Cool, huh? The other thing I got is a big old pulley to go at the top of this bad boy. Isn't this awesome? Like, there's so many things to build things with.
So much room for activities.
So much room for activities. Let's change a battery. Let's change your battery. How's that? Huh? Alright, so what are we using today? We are going to be using our drill, our trusty box of nails and screws, my engineer hammer, that pulley we picked up from Tractor Supply, some rope, most importantly though, like usual, we're going to use our wits and our mitts. So I've already figured out the biggest log I got here has an elbow in it, and the elbow kicks out about 9 inches forward and then bends up. That's where our pulley's going. Not only is that super handy, but it's going to mean that as the log goes up, it's going to kick out a little bit, and there's where the pulley's going to hang. So it's going to give us that little overhang for the rope. Difficult part of this, I have to figure out where the best pivot point is going to be on this log, trim it down a little bit with the chainsaw. If you haven't noticed by now, I totally love like apocalypse building. Alright, that's the front of the log right there. And the elbow I was telling you guys about. I really don't want this to roll because I really need this to be in the front, so we're going to be doing that right there so we keep this in the front as much as possible. And I'm not being precise about this, I'm just kind of giving it an eyeball. I'm going to pivot point this from up high. I want to give it a wider stance. This is where the other logs are going to connect, right where my feet are. So when you stand this up, you just put those legs out and it stands the whole thing up lickety split. Okay, so check this out. I laid the log right next to it, and I'm going to cut it off right here where my pivot is. I'm going to do one more like this, and then we'll bolt them together. Handy, huh? after seeing all that, could you imagine what an absolute badass you have to be? Back in the day, they did this with just axes and hammers and splitting mauls. To get them flat, they used a planer, right? Wow. I'm using a chainsaw. Okay, like I said, temporary. For the next step, I'm gonna stand it up and have her get the other log over to me, and then I'm gonna screw it in place, and let's see if we can at least get it standing up on its empty leg. So, okay, moving this up, and I need that log, the flat spot, to right here. Okay, move the bottom of it towards you. See what I mean?
Okay.
And you can kind of see how I messed up. I should have made a flat spot there.
Yeah.
But I think we're actually okay.
Right there. How is this holding together? I can't see how tall this is.
Maybe you want to back it up and get on the scale? But once I get some actual bolts in it, it's the only thing. It's going to have a leg on the front because the weight is in the front, I think. Maybe I could. You're probably wondering, Denny, why are you putting this together like IKEA? Well, I'm kind of learning as I go. And just doing this, I've already got ideas for how to improve it. So, next up, pick this rope to length and feed it into here so that I can lift this log. Okay, so I already see an improvement that needs to happen. We need a rope guide here or here. Something that'll get this away from that log. That way there's no tension right there. I don't want this to rub against this. But this is a learning experience. This is pretty awesome. I don't know if you noticed it, but that's a log being lifted. So that's higher than I could lift it by hand. How about you, honey?
Yeah.
I definitely need to tie these centered. There we have it. Log hoist. What do you guys think? Let me know if you like it. If you want to see more stuff like this, you know what to do. Let me know. Tell me. I've got nothing better to do. Like, I will literally come out here and build ridiculous machines for fun. So, scavenged camper parts, right? That's good stuff. A little bit of rope, a can-do attitude, a chainsaw. That's all you really need. I mean, your wits and your mitts, you know? So, yeah, that was fun. I'm ready to build a barn. So, we'll see you on the next one, guys. Like, share, subscribe. And if you feel compelled, send me $1,000. I'm just kidding about that last. You don't have to do that. But anyway, we'll see you next time. It's a lot of fun. Later, guys. Don't forget to comment, guys.